There.
Okay. Hi,
Hi
everybody.
guys, we're live.
Happy Wednesday. Sorry about the technical difficulties that we're having right now. Our internet connection is as bad as the traffic outside. Right, I had to walk and run. Uh, leave, leave my friend in the car to drive and park it for me. So, because I had to rush for this podcast. So, but happy Wednesday to everyone. Hi, Chris. You've got
Hello.
hello. You got Mecca right there.
Yeah, hello. This
Hello.
is an SD Optimus Prime. Borrowed it from
Mm-hmm.
my dad's table. So saying hi to this hump day. Hoping that we're going to have a blast on this episode. So yeah, Jet, what are we gonna talk about today though?
Well, we're going to talk about Studio Ghibli, and we're going to talk about our favorite animation films that they had, that they created, because they are the force that brought the anime out into the West, instead of uh, Western cartoons coming in. This is the one that broke into the West world, into the mainstream entertainment. It's already mainstream to us as we were
Yeah, yeah,
kids.
yeah.
We watch more anime than Disney stuff or anything like that. So, but what's we're going to talk about what's great about Studio Ghibli, their storytelling, the animation itself, the art, and the story that goes behind it. And it's a 26 billion industry. Anime is a 26 billion industry. So it's doing something right for it to generate
Yeah,
that much revenue.
definitely. And we're gonna rate our top two
Mm-hmm.
favorite Hayao Miyazaki or Ghibli animation movies. So should I start though? Should I start?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. First one on my list will be Howl's Moving Castle.
Mm-hmm.
So back then, I did ask Jet to take this Myers Briggs personality test, and he got ENFP, and I got INFP. So I quickly devoured myself into reading about the this personality type, and a lot of movies came up as a part of the Studio Ghibli line. So when I
Mm-hmm.
read about it, I've watched it. I fell in love with Hal because he's so good looking, and the character there is Sophie. And plus points because he was voiced by Christian Bale, and I have really big
Oh,
crush on
uh-huh.
Christian Bale. Yeah, and the Japanese one is also voiced by a very famous actor in Japan. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like really pretty boy look. And rumors has it that the vocalist of Suede. I
Mm-hmm.
forgot his name.
Yeah.
He
Uh,
was about to play Hal back then, but they
mm-hmm.
settled on Christian Bale because they're thinking of adapting it into live action because first of all, Howl's Moving Castle is from a book. But I think they had a better decision when they had it animated. The voice of Calcifer is really fitting for the actor who played him. So it's voiced by Billy Crystal. So if you know
Mm-hmm.
Mike Wachowski from Monsters Inc., you definitely
From
have can
Monsters Inc. Yeah.
yeah, you can definitely relate to his neurotic character. So yeah, it's fun. It's like Monsters Inc. but Japanese version. But he's a fire demon there,
Mm-hmm.
and something magical about it because first of all it was the main character is a girl, or she turns into an old woman because she was cursed. You can see the
Mm-hmm.
chemistry, the magic. It's not like the typical Disney princess that you are going to watch on, let's say, Sleeping Beauty, Snow White. It's not
Yeah.
none of it.
Mm-hmm.
You have to think that we have a strong female lead here, and she paved the way to save Hal, and also she. instead of or the damsel in distress typical story, it's like the she saved the man. So it's one of the
Mm-hmm.
good animation movie that I've seen. And also it's really, if you can see the moving castle, it's so magical. You have to think, oh, I want to be there, I want to be a character there. And next up will be Kiki's Delivery Service. I had that shirt. I love it. I love cats. Her cat's name there is Gigi. So it's a black cat, and it's about believing yourself. The lead actor who voiced Kiki is Kirsten Dunst. So that's for the English version. Her she used
Mm-hmm.
that nickname all throughout her life, and it's quite funny that she became underrated as an actress as the movie that I've watched. So I did love it because she's somehow like a witch, but well, the main story there is you have to believe in yourself, you have to believe of your capabilities. And I think
Mm-hmm.
Disney missed the part that not all women, like, Merida, had to fight for herself by using magic. No, it's
Mm-hmm.
well, she just have to do it for herself. She helped herself instead of helping it, or instead of doing it with the help of a fairy godmother. No, she did have to do it by herself. So if you have daughters out there, if you have sons, I would recommend you to watch those two movies. You can see how it will build the personality of your children. It will, well, it will teach them how to do things for themselves and believing in themselves. So those two are my favorite movies. So Jet, off to yours.
Uh, let's. I just want to touch on Kirsten Dunst. She has a good choice of movies, of
Yeah,
projects that she's got to work on, right?
yeah.
Started off with Interview with a Vampire,
Oh,
and then
yeah, definitely.
I don't know if, yeah, I believe she's part of Virgin Suicides, right?
Yeah, she is.
Uh,
She's a muse of Sofia Coppola.
mhm.
So yeah,
I
and
have, because I read that book. I read that the Virgin Suicides, and then a couple of years after that,
mhm.
probably like 5 years,
Oh, it's one of the
the
goods.
movie was, yeah, it was made into a movie, and Kirsten Dunst was the one of the main characters that is
Yeah,
going to be
Lux
in there. So
Lisbon.
yeah, yeah, the Lisbon sisters. So it was,
Yeah,
she has good choice in terms of making getting projects, right? Well, anyway,
yeah.
before we get derailed, the first movie that I really love with Studio Ghibli is Princess Mononoke.
Yeah.
I've watched some earlier works, but it was Princess Mononoke that really captured me. One, because of probably the time, the era that it was set, and then principle of, uh, of us living uh, living in harmony with
Nature.
nature.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so those things, and honor. Not talking about honor and the balance of life and all those things. And the phrase that I would never forget with Princess Mononoke is, why what are you trying to achieve is to see with eyes unclouded.
Wow.
That was uttered by Prince Ashitaka, and
Yeah.
then and his responsibility, and bitten by the worm from
Yeah.
uh, the dead god, the boar, and
Yeah.
like, and he was asked, uh, he said that, uh, do you do you regret, whatever, I can't remember, but what he said, that I already knew, I knew the consequences even before I've let my arrow fly, when he shot the boar god.
The boar god.
So
Yeah.
yeah, and the English version was voiced by Mini. Uh,
Mini driver. Yeah.
yeah, and Billy Bob Thornton was there too. It was an all-star cast. It was greatly, the way the story panned out. It was great. It kept me on the edge. I wanted to own an elk because of him. I want to ride an elk, even though I know it's not possible. And it was a great movie. That's that all the elements that you need uh, from mystical creatures, uh, war, action, honor, death, and uh, environment, and of course
Yeah.
the gods. And
Yeah.
if you watch through uh, the credits of Princess Mononoke, you'll be able to see there that Neil Gaiman had to do with something with the way it was uh, transferred to the English language. So it's more
Oh.
poetic, so it could do justice from the Japanese text and his grasp on mythology because he was a big fan of Japanese mythology. So
Nice.
he was there as also as a consultant.
Nice.
It's
Nice.
Princess Mononoke. Yep, Princess Mononoke. To our viewers, which Studio Ghibli animation film that you really enjoyed or watched, just leave a comment. And to Paul, if you're there, if you can listen to us, what's the most um, favorite part that you've seen in Princess Mononoke? I know that you watched it. Anyway,
Yeah.
for my for my the second excuse me for the second film, it's of course Spirited Away.
Mm.
It's 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 the story that really it's uh, just
It's really
captivating.
magical.
Yeah, there you go. That's the word, magical. That's really magical. But the quest for normalcy, that's funny, and and the greed of people, normalcy, trying to living a life of magic, and the greed of it represents the society so much. And then it was such a hit. It was such a hit in the U.S. Even the co-host of Mythbusters, uh,
Yeah. Mythbusters. Oh, I forgot his name.
uh, I, I he created a costume of No Face.
No
And
face.
then he's walking around Comic Con, and then he's handing out silver coins out of his,
Oh.
and then just blank as his handing out silver coins. That the silver coins that's in the
Yeah.
cover. It's milk chocolate inside, and he was handing things out.
That's
And then
nice.
people were freaking out that they were getting as he was offering. And then all of a sudden, people were returning the milk chocolate, the gold coins, because you know the consequence of
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
gold coins from No Face.
Yeah.
So it's like if he really finds it funny, but the way that he created the costume, it was so well executed. Uh, it's all the mechanical parts and to make those coins appear out of nowhere into this hand through special effects, practical special effects, because he does a lot of special effects for advertisements in movies. So
Mhm.
uh, it's Spirited Away. If you're going to watch first time any Studio Ghibli movies, these four movies that we've mentioned, you do watch this, uh, and you're going to enjoy the way that stories are being told. It has that classical feel to it, right, Chris? Don't you agree? There's a
Yeah.
classical feel to it, like fairy tales that we've been reading
Told
when we were
about.
kids, or
Yeah.
yeah, or been read to us when we were asleep.
Hmm. And there's this deep sense of religion when you are going to or when you are watching it because Ghibli is really into Shintoism. So
Mm-hmm.
instead of the things that we've learned that we take something from nature and we don't give
Mm-hmm.
back, Studio Ghibli films have this deep connection with the nature that there's a consequence when you take something from
Mm-hmm.
nature, and then on how much you treat the nature, they will treat it back to you. So I think I think they can. It's really deeply rooted on the movie Princess Mononoke, so you have to think about
Mm.
that. It will give you some sort of a philosophical, um, well, thinking that you have to be somehow wary of everything.
Mm-hmm.
And also Spirited Away. God, I think when that was released, I was really young, and we have this old VCD rental shop at our home,
Mm-hmm.
and kids will borrow that VCD until I wasn't able to watch it because the CD is really damaged. But I was able to
A lot
watch
of
it.
scratches.
Yeah, scratches. Yeah, I even tried to put peanut butter just to clean it, but no avail. Yeah, it was like really bad. But one of my friends watched it, and she was like, "Hey, I watched Spirited Away. It's like Disney. Is it Disney?" I was like, "No, it wasn't Disney." But when that was released, I think Ghibli was announced as Disney of Japan, so they got really big after that. So yeah, it's one of the
Uh,
good times that I've had with Spirited Away. And my parents, I don't want to turn them into pigs. The
yeah,
father
yeah,
was like really,
exactly.
yeah, the pigs. Oh my god, you have to be careful when eating out, guys.
Paul commented here, Ice Unclouded. Love that. I love the
Yeah,
connection throughout the film, plus how it was shot. Love
it
it.
was good.
Yeah, yeah. I remember when we were at work and our mates were we watched it over one weekend, and so every time that we're working, right, and there were the words we stumbled upon something that we could get around with a problem or a project because I was still in toy design those times. It's like we can get around a certain hurdle to get the design going. Uh, we would always ask, "What are we trying? What are we?" Somebody would always mutter, "To see with eyes unclouded."
Wow, it
Which
really.
got worse because we couldn't get anywhere because everybody's just muttering to
I
see with
don't
eyes
count it.
unclouded.
Oh my god, that's like really crunch time, but with Ghibli
Uh,
connection. Oh, Laurel have comment. I like all Studio Ghibli movies, but if I have to pick a favorite, maybe My Neighbor
oh yeah,
Totoro. It's
my
one of
neighbor
the.
Totoro. Uh huh.
It's good. And a fun fact about it. Have you watched the movie Labyrinth by Guillermo del Toro?
The Toro, yeah.
Yeah, Del Toro. The main star there, the kid named Ophelia on the film, she wasn't able to pronounce Del Toro's name, so she just keeps on saying Totoro. Well, it's fitting for Guillermo because he looks like Totoro, though. So
Yeah.
hi, yeah. Thank you, Laurel, for that comment. And that review was sent to me by Angus a couple of weeks ago. So yeah,
Hmm.
thanks, Angus, for that tidbit because he's a big Del Toro fan. So wow, we should cover Del Toro next time as
Yeah.
well, right?
See his house, Guillermo de Toro's house. It's one crazy. He has a life size um figure of the Exorcist, Linda
Wow,
Blair's,
nice.
sitting on the couch, life size. I mean,
Imagine.
you're having tea in your living room, and the lights went out at night, and then you have Linda Blair sitting on the other end
Oh
or the
no,
solo couch. So like, it's really crazy. You should see his house. There's just a
hard
lot of
pass.
there's a lot of toys, life size action figures that are really disturbing. I swear. Yeah,
I
if you
have to
think
Google that.
yeah, I mean, for example, I had the series, the collection, the McFarlane toys, which touch on Clive Barker's Tortured Souls. These are disturbing figures, but
Do you
when
have?
I saw the house,
Well,
well,
do you have
yeah,
battery?
I do, uh, and then wait. Uh, wait, let me go to finish. So I had this series, right? Five figures of five. I can't remember. 5 or 6 figures of Clive Barker's Tortured Souls. And when I watched Guillermo del Toro's video, and it's like, oh, welcome to my crib, but it's not really. It's like a huge fun house.
Oh my god.
It's literally with a lot of movie and pop culture figures stuff. It's not really just pop culture things. It's something that's going to disturb you. I don't know how he sleeps at night with those things in his house, but I swear,
Keeps
you
the
should
juices
watch it. Yeah.
coming. Yeah.
And then,
Oh my.
uh, other that, going back to Studio Ghibli, Grave of the Fireflies. It Studio Ghibli is very good in tearjerker films, animation. I'm not a big fan of it, but when I've watched those, it
You
really
have to
moved me.
cry.
It was something really that moving and that transcends. You know, the what people mainstream animation is about happy endings, about this fairy tale. No, but Studio Ghibli, it can uh, break you down in tears and really be emotional just watching. It's going to set you back and say, "Wait a minute, is this an animation? Why am I crying?"
If you're gonna watch like Up when Ellie died, it's like 10,000 times greater than that. Because you have
Uh,
to follow the siblings struggle, and then the ending. Oh my god, I'm not gonna spoil it, but I just can't move after. You're like numb, but at the same time you can't cry. But I don't know. It's like
mm-hmm,
Studio Ghibli doesn't really tiptoe things around death. If it's death, we're
mm-hmm,
facing reality, we're facing war, we're facing sickness. It's like really in your face, but at the
mm-hmm,
same time, it's not that it's not that brutal, but you just have to feel it. So yeah, Grave of the Fireflies made me cry. But there's another movie that I love, Ponyo. Ponyo. Ponyo is like really cute, but if you have a kid, you don't want your kid to be like Ponyo. It's like on the Filipino, you
Ponyo.
have this malande or someone like
Yeah,
really
yeah,
flirts at a
yeah,
young age. But yeah, it was fun. But it's a guilty pleasure.
yeah,
Eh, Ponyo and
yeah.
only
Ponyo.
yesterday.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Panyo,
Ponyo.
right? Only
Yeah.
yesterday, you have Dev Patel there. It's like slice of life. You're 27-year-old
Mm-hmm,
unmarried spinster like me. Oh my god! But
mm-hmm,
you have to. It's like thinking of your life decision. How could it be? What should it be? And The Wind Rises is one of the good animation movies that I've seen aesthetically, but the story is sad because it's about Jiro Horikoshi, the engineer who built the Mitsubishi AM 514 for World War
mm-hmm.
II. So kind of sad, but the
Uh,
animation is really good.
yeah, touching on only yesterday, this is what I like about Japanese animation. They would discuss certain things that would never be discussed in some
In the
animation
Disney
from
movie, yeah,
yeah the Disney. For example, it was discussed there only yesterday, because this is the 37-year-old girl, city dweller, and all that, the big single and stuff like that, and even talked about her womanhood and
yeah,
menstruation.
yeah, yeah,
Uh, it was something that's really exciting to see. I mean, to hear and see being done in an animation. So it
yeah.
really opens up. That's great about Japanese animation is they're not afraid to tackle any topic or uh, any genre or even something
Hmm.
that's really mundane or
Yeah.
something daily like a daily task. just like the house husband thing.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh.
right.
The
So
way of the house husband.
those are those are the topics. And Studio Ghibli did uh, break open, kick the door open for other Japanese animation uh, films to be watched by the rest of the world, not just by
Yeah.
the West, but by the rest of the world. There's an anime or an otaku club anywhere that you go now. You'll be surprised how many people reference uh, Naruto, uh,
Yeah.
Samurai X, Hunter X Hunter,
Every
in their daily lives or in their shirts and costumes.
yeah. Oh, I love Ponyo said by Laurella. And yeah, Ponyo's good. And if you're a cat lover, they have this movie dedicated to cats. There is The Cat Returns. So if you're gonna watch, the good thing about Ghibli, because in relation to that, they are quite what you call constant with their characters. We have the suit, the small
Mm-hmm.
sprites, the black sprites that is on Totoro, and it also shows on or it made an appearance on
Mm-hmm.
Spirited Away. And also the cat returns, we have this in relation with, oh, I forgot the title, but if you're gonna watch it, I think that's from, oh, not from Up the Poppy Hill, Whisper of the Heart. It's one of the good. If you're a preteen, you're in love. Whisper of the Heart is
Mm-hmm.
good, and the character from Cat Returns is there. Ariady,
R80,
it's
yeah.
cute. Yeah, it's from the borrowers. The voice who, or the voices who, or the actors who lended the who lent their voices there is Tom Hiddleston, or no, Tom Holland and Shearsy. The Shearsy Ronan.
Mm.
Yeah, so you have to
Uh,
watch that.
uh.
And Castle of the Sky, we forgot that. You know, it's
Oh
like
yeah, Castle
really,
of the Sky, yeah.
it's good one. It's also related to nature. Why you shouldn't kill animals. They have feelings, and animals can kill you, but at the same time, we are the ones who should make a decision. And yeah,
Mm.
Princess Kaguya. So those were my on my list right now. So Ghibli really made an impact on my life, especially when I was on quarantine last year, when Netflix announced that they are gonna release all the Ghibli films. Did you binge watch, Jet? I did binge watch.
I I tried, but I wasn't in quarantine then.
Yeah.
Oh, I it was a different. Uh, I binge watch on something else.
Oh.
Not anime. Peaky Blinders.
Oh.
I'm a binge watching Peaky Blinders. Anyway,
Yeah.
if you're going to recommend what are the first films that they're going, if they haven't seen any Studio Ghibli film, uh, to anybody out there, what are, if you're going to give them a hierarchy, like the first four, first five, that what are the first 4 or 5 films that you're going to suggest?
First of all, Spirited Away, one of the best.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Second is Howl's Moving Castle. Third, I might go for Ponyo because it's so lighthearted. And fourth will be Kiki's Delivery Service because it's easy to watch. You won't have any hard, difficult feelings
Mm-hmm.
after watching it. So if you're gonna binge something like you want to spend an hour or two instead of binging Twilight, I'm watching it right now. Try to watch those four movies. I'm binging Twilight right now because we had these throwback
Why?
films. Yeah.
Why?
N- n- I was cringing actually. I did watch that with an ex-boyfriend. I was like, "Oh my god, I fell in love with Edward Cullen. That sparkly guy is dangerous." So like, cringy. I'm starting to hate my younger self for watching it.
I hate it.
So yeah.
I only watch one. I only watch one. I didn't even bother watching it again.
That's
It
okay.
was vampires shouldn't be treated that way, especially werewolves. No,
Oh my
it
god.
was the
How about
worst.
you, Jet? What's your
I
four? Let's erase
Uh,
Twilight from the scene because I'm cringing right now. I have to stop watching it.
uh, if you're going to, I'm going to suggest the Ponyo. That's one. This is not in order. Definitely Princess Mononoke in the Spirited Away, and it's a toss up. But oh, Grave of the because
Oh
to
my
those
god.
who like tearjerker films, watch Grave of the Fireflies.
Makes you
I
want to
know there's
hug
a lot
your
of people.
sibling.
Yeah, and if you're a only child, don't watch this.
You won't relate. But it's good.
You
My god.
cannot relate.
Yeah. Maybe if you're like this tough guy, you're like into mysterious guys, and you're gonna watch it and you have a sibling, you would really shed a tear. You would see
mm,
how wars affected families. And if you're
mm,
gonna see the cover art for it, instead of
mm.
fireflies, you're gonna see the rockets, right? It's on the cover, so yeah, it's good. But I don't want to watch it again. Nah, nah. You might see me
Yep.
red after. Yeah, but it's good. And yeah, wow, a lot of movies by Ghibli. And Hayao Miyazaki is like really, he's a genius. You can't just
He's a
say or
genius.
put a word. Yeah, you can't put a
He's
word
a
on it.
genius.
And he came out of retirement just to do more animation.
Hmm.
So that's
Yep.
dedication, guys.
Hmm. And there's a lot of Japanese creators that followed suit and uh, tried to emulate his. Well, not really emulate, but it's they were uh, uh, inspired by all these films that he created. Uh, and there's your name. What's the Japanese
Oh, I
title of your
forgot.
name? He was great. The creator of
It's not
your
Kimi no
name.
Nawa.
That's Kimi no Nawa. Thank you so much.
Uh,
He was
Cause
greatly influenced by Studio
yeah,
Ghibli,
yeah. Cause
and
I was thinking of this of this meme.
uh
They use Kimi no Nawa, but instead of the two characters, it's like the Catholic and the INC. So it's like Kimi no Tiwalag. So sorry about that, readers. But yeah, that's how I remember things through memes. Sorry. Kimi no Tiwalag. Oh my god, that's so funny. Oh yeah. Oh my god. So yeah, those were our top Ghibli films, our
Mhm.
recommendations, our insights. So Jet, what's gonna be our next topic next week?
Ask you that because I chose this topic.
I was thinking of a different one. Wait. Ah, we already jumped into movies. I was
Uh-huh.
thinking music
Oh.
was last week.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you have
Okay.
any? Yeah, I was thinking.
Go.
Oh my I was thinking of our cringiest because we talked about Twilight today, and what was the cringiest fad movie or something that you can't believe that you were into it? Like, let's say me, I was a Twihard when I was younger, and it made me cringe and let's see your character development out of it, right? So how about maybe Jet was into maybe skateboarding, he got like really bad injury after it. What's your character development? So maybe a throwback to our childhood will be good. Guilty pleasure. So there, yeah, guilty
There you
pleasures.
go.
Thanks,
Guilty
well, yeah.
pleasure.
What's your guilty pleasure, guys? Oh my god, I'm so ready for it. I recently posted a picture when I was like trying to play the guitar and I was in on my emo phase.
I
So
I'm curious what Paul will say in the next podcast about guilty pleasures. I'm really looking forward to this. Paul, you better fix sort out your internet connection. I want to hear this. Yeah, your guilty pleasures.
am I
I'm
am I attacking Paul because of his age? But no, maybe I'm
yeah.
directly pertaining it to him. So yeah, we're ready for Paul.
I bet Paul has a DVD collection of Twilight. or 50 Shades of Grey?
He will hate you. He will hate you. Oh my god. We're so ready for our guilty pleasures next week. Oh my god.
All right.
We're gonna dig ourselves into those cringiest things. And if we can make a promotion, if you can just send me one of your, or we can send Joanne our cringiest photo, that'll be good. We can promote that.
I don't know if
Or
I have I don't know if I have a cringy photo because I'm more normally I'm behind the camera.
oh wow, maybe a cringy fan
But
that you
no,
have.
I don't mind. I don't
Yeah.
mind. I'll try to sort things out. Try to find
Oh,
some.
let's see.
I
Yeah,
don't
we'll
know.
make a promotion of it. I'm ready for Paul. Maybe he's gonna tell us the tale
I
of how he danced into a stage drunk
it's
and
it's
with
a
a
non-existent. Yeah, he claims that he all this time he thought there was a stage, but there was no stage. That's how drunk he was. Sorry,
yeah.
Paul. I'm ratting you out.
Nice topic next week. We're so ready. Hi DM. Oh my god.
IDM.
We're so
DM,
ready
what's your
to.
guilty pleasure?
Yeah, what's your guilty pleasure so that we can take note of it? Oh my god, I'm gonna prepare myself with my emo pictures and my blunt face, Jet. Oh my god, I think you've seen that. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Yeah. That is a true
yeah, Paul.
story.
Yeah, yeah, dude. Paul was referring to because the story about it is like, he was having such a wonderful time. I think he was somewhere in Scotland, and he went to this pub, and he was having such a wonderful time. He was dancing all night, and then finally they went home, and then when he woke up, he said to his mates, "Hey, let's go back to the pub where there was a stage I was dancing on." And his mate said, "Paul, there was no stage." So up to this day, we don't know what he stand, where he danced, or what is it? Was a tabletop? Was it? We don't know. We want to find out. So Paul, if you can get in touch with your mates, try to find out, please.
Oh, DM is so ready for next week. Oh my god, guys, if you're gonna send us, if you can just send us a picture for next week, that'll be good. And send us your cringiest, well, guilty pleasure from the yesteryears. Oh my god, so ready. Jet is ready, and Paul, we're ready for you. And if Raft Builder or Barry will be available, we're ready to accommodate you guys. So, are we ready, Jet, next week?
Yeah, looking forward for next week. So audience members, if you have some photos of yourself that's cringy or other guilty pleasures, you can share it on our page. Just type in the comments, and we could probably even discuss it. We might be able to relate to it. We don't know. So keep it interesting, and definitely we're going to discuss our guilty pleasures next week with
Uh,
Paul and Chris. Right, Chris? Any last
yeah.
words, Chris, before we go?
So was a fun episode. Hope you're all gonna watch our Studio Ghibli recommendations and prepare, guys, for our cringiest, funnest episode next week. Oh my god! Jen, how
Uh,
about you? Oh my god!
That's it. That's it. Thank you for joining us at DM. Let's just be ready for next week. All right. We will be.
My
I'm not
body is
looking forward to it, but
ready.
we'll try. All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a great
Take care.
one, and see you again next week.
Thanks,
Bye,
Lauren. Bye
Laurel.
bye.
Bye.